Move to support McAvoy today.
Yeah, they're different types of ruckman, aren't they? And they're about to do battle. The perfect bounce to split them. Martin wins the tap, and how will they treat Lockie Neal? We'll find out. He enlists Robinson, and Mitch kicks them to centre half forward. Fluky ball. Rayner would love to get the feel for it early. McCarthy, and crowded out very high ball from Henderson. Segler came late. He probably spoiled McAvoy in the end. Puopolo, the tackle, just stayed in the fair reams. Quick kick forward, top of the square, under pressure. There's Adams. Constant pressure from Mitch Lewis. Sustained pressure from the Hawks. Bruce tried to get into his move early. And the big fella gets there to help out, and he put it through for a goal. But 8 goals, 10. But he has been applying plenty of pressure, and he's in the right spot there.
That's how Hawthorn score. Just get it in your forward 50, put it to a dangerous position for the opposition to remain pure, to remain diligent. Tried to draw a couple of high tackles there. Bruce was clever. Nash just hovered around. He knew an opportunity.
Yeah, 4 goals in 9 games, but keeping his place because what else he can offer. Shields, memorable 200th last week. Nice little step from Gunston. Again, the Hawks have got options in front. 15-10 for the year. Nash with a goal, and Lewis does not help himself when it was on offer.
It's a big miss.
Big miss from Stratton, and the Hawks are able to keep it in front of them, at least for the moment. Zorko changes everything, though. Cameron slipped over, but he's not out of it yet. He was up so quickly. Can he create a goal? He kicked it off his own boot in the end. Didn't need to share the love.
Of the 49. Again there, it's sort of set up for him to win the ball back at ground level.
Games record holder of all time, joining Adam Goods today. Game number 372 for the great Sean Burgoyne. Oh, and he is still great. Look at that, prime example.
Oh, this is just a great tap. Look at that, on the move, dropped it into his path and into his lap.
There's his old mate Hodgie too. He pushed off.
Oh yeah, that'll be spoken about, no doubt, in the post-match.
Didn't he enjoy
form since he came back in 3 weeks ago, Marcus Adams?
Yeah, started forward in that first game. He came back and looked all at sea.
That's exactly what they would have planned for Brisbane, to not perform that type of exit there. He rushed, had a small, undersized target, really, when you think of what Hawthorn had as opposition, and some loose checking here.
This year was good for a goal a game last year. 5 goals, 6 coming in today, and that's dragged well and truly to the right.
That hurts the Hawks because
the Hawks, they don't want to go long.
Rich impeded the incoming footy that time. Neal, and then Berry, and then Martin, and then just out of the stretched hands of Rayner. Didn't he recover well? He really just...
an inside 50 opportunity.
Hawks by 7. Wingard, more time in the midfield last week, and that's the way it's going to be, it seems, at the moment. Walker, who came into the team this week, but Puopolo had him covered for pace, put the spurt on, back to Segler. Smith has had 1 look, has a second, that's all he needed. And the Hawks making them pay now.
Comes out, he looks as if he's about to get tackled. He realises he's in space, thinks, well, I can have a shot here. So the Lions need to have more numbers back there to pressure up. They're just a little bit off at the moment.
When he needed to. Surge handball from Lions. Try and put the pressure on. This man can do it. McCluggage, it was delicate. It was partially...
Can't believe that was 10 runners. But the Lions, you spoke about that 8 numbers of the contest and helped set up this shot.
Becoming a factor for Brisbane in their forward line. Alan Christensen, he's put that through after 3 last week. Wingard, and up and under. Can Lewis get a run and jump at it? Not. Oh, he's hung onto it anyway. That is a fine mark. So that won't be in the back of his head or anything, will it? So he comes in from 30 metres out.
How often do we see this happen, especially younger players just working out how to leave a career? Good size about him, presents the football.
Getting as far away from goal as he possibly can at the moment, Brownie.
He's 20 years of age.
That's 50. Robbo doesn't get any line balls.
Oh, that could be reversed here.
It's reversed.
Oh, no.
He's too good. He played into that beautifully, so Mitch Lewis has got to be better than that.
Has to be, when it's 50 particularly.
It's cost his team a shot at goal.
Could well have been
kick. Just about.
That was played from 80 metres away.
And rightly so too.
He just has a way of getting under your skin, Robbo.
There's still no need for that. Like, you might have played it up a little bit, but I think that's a reversal every day of the week.
Yeah.
So why do that? And that's part of the maturity of a young...
Through to Rayner. Shut down by Howe. Gardner again, always full-bodied. Answorth gets a look. It didn't look pretty, but they love it now. It paints a beautiful picture.
His man commits. You see there, he takes his opportunity with an old mongrel punt. We've seen a few of them from you, David King, over your journey.
Look at the clever work there from Lachie Neale. Just his ability to tap it almost basketball style and get it to spring back up in the Hawks.
Oh, Isaac Smith didn't quite get it right there in the air, and Robinson tried to punish him. He tries, but fails to feed it through the middle. Shields snaps into action. Piopolo gets it back. He kicked 2 last week. Will he go for home? Well, he did, but he doesn't arrive.
Really well played by Josh Walker there, who could have blitzed there by Nash to O'Meara. O'Meara shouldn't call for that ball.
Rayner gets it back. McCarthy tries his skills off the left, but might have to think about that next time.
Oh, well done.
Crowd them out again. McCluggage clever. Hipwood. It was awkward looking, and there was Warple. Great take, and the release was pretty smart as well. Birchall gets it in. Gathered by Gunston. Burgoyne already with 1. And that's working back with a breeze. How about that?
Great goal.
What a kick from Burgoyne.
He flashed it either on the left. It almost like he left the wood cover on.
The wind might have helped him.
It was perfect, wasn't it? It just drew back 3-4 metres on the breeze. What a step, though. That's composure. That's what experience does for you, Brent.
Nigh impossible to get it out of there. So Lions need to take the game on.
Neale punches it deep. Clears McStay and Martin.
Look out.
Yeah. Oh, it was Rayner that got them that time. Charlie didn't, but Cameron Rayner did.
If the ace doesn't get you, the king will. And that's Rayner's in the area. All the attention goes to Charlie.
This week, we have a younger version to take care of today. Look at this smart ball movement by the Hawks. Hanrahan dropped it in. Wasn't a mark to Piopolo. He swears he took it. And he has.
Oh, wow.
As we said, 5 weeks without kicking it.
That was called as a clear mark from 55 metres away.
Level now. From outside 50. Oh, he almost made a line. Martin and Christensen try to collaborate. Comes to Nort. Robinson from the pocket. The swirly wins. High ball, Segler, McCluggage, Christensen emerged, had some space, thought about giving, now he does. Cameron in front, and Cameron takes the mark despite the increased attention, and Frawley all over him. This to put Brisbane in front. To Smith, he's got Frawley running, flanking him one way, decides to go off that long left boot, get it in the Bruce direction. It fell short of that. And again, this man, a tight game to take Hawthorn out to a 9-point
Defences from both teams.
So that's how precious shots like this can be. Can he work out what part the wind's going to play? And it turns out he can.
Corner, get dangerous inside 50. Whether they're concerned about James Sicily or not.
Robinson is the target that time.
That's better than he did.
13 goals, 6 in 17 games. Didn't kick a goal last week. He's going to drift across. Stephen Martin. Oh, boy. Deep. It wasn't really another substantial target as Lewis came late. Wingard, if anyone can. Oh, didn't intervene. Birchall. Oh, Hardwick.
Wow.
Hear that.
A couple of hard nuts.
Flesh on flesh there.
I think Mitch was lucky in there. He led with the chin.
Just doing a bit of reenacting. Lions again, that's a forceful handball. Zorko, Hipwood had Frawley where he wanted him, but Frawley not to be denied. McCluggage dismissed Smith, and then loads up, and the breeze almost
done as a team, mate.
Yeah, no, that's a fair call. Robinson. McCarthy hits it hard. Zorko had a good look that time. The shape was fine, and it just creeps in. And it's enough to give the Lions the lead.
better of the quarter. They just haven't been able to capitalise. This being Dane Zorko, dangerous. And always look at key stat for Dane Zorko, King, as far as offence goes, it's inside 50 count. You always want him kicking the ball inside 50 or having shots. He's so dangerous around the goals. Great finish there. Well led. He's been outstanding since he took over the captaincy role midway through last year.